going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you another figure review. Today we are taking a look at the brand new Ultimate Edition Series 10 The Rock. This figure is now shipping from ringsidecollectibles.com, your #1 source for wrestling action figures. And when you shop there, use code 4LIFE. It'll save you 10% off for your order at checkout. So The Rock is here. I feel like we didn't really get much of a teaser with this figure. We didn't see any mock pics. Ringside kind of just started shipping them out, and so here he is, and I will say it looks phenomenal. Personally, I was a huge fan of The Rock's return. This guy was just means so much to me personally. On a side note, I mean, The Rock got into such great shape later in his life and motivated me to get into health and fitness. And I dropped about 60 pounds. I was a heavier guy, and that was all attributed to The Rock and his motivation around this era. So personally, this figure has a special meaning to me. So I'm definitely happy to have this figure version around that time and that era. And, you know, looking at the figure in the packaging, we got the standard Ultimate Edition box. You get The Rock. He comes with a ton of accessories, a bunch of hands. First time in the line, you get the personal side plates for The Rock with the Brahma Bull logos. You get a cloth shirt, a microphone, and 2 additional interchangeable heads. Taking a look at the side, you got The Rock. Nice image of the Great One himself. Taking a look at the back, get the nice figure photography and the actual image of The Rock with the read-up. Some stats on the side. Let's come back and we'll go through the little teasers that are on the tops and bottom. So taking a look at the little Easter eggs on the top of the box, you got, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? And on the bottom, it says, go one-on-one with the Great One. We'll come back with a figure. All right, so here we got The Rock out of the packaging, and before we get into it, I'm just going to assure you that this will be the ultimate review of this figure on any YouTube channel. I'm going to go really in-depth for you guys. And let's start off with the accessories. So, hands. You get a ton of hands with this guy. You get the 2 fisted hands. You got the 2 mic open holding hands that are on the figure itself. You get the 2 open hands, open palms. And, of course, what we saw with the other Ultimate Rock, the flashback version, you get the 2 Just Bring It cup hands. So, definitely a great bunch of hands that can be perfect for figure photography. As far as heads, you get more of the, I guess, straight face with the people's eyebrow kind of going up. We did see this on the Elite 22 figure. This has been retooled to have the true effects. I think it looks great, and we will bring in that figure at some point during this video. We also have a smiling scan. And I feel like we've seen this head definitely before. Maybe it was on a basic. Or you know what? Actually, it probably was on the last Elite with the updated tattoo. You got the smiling scan. You got the people's eyebrow, sorry. And the one on the figure itself. You got the kind of like, are you serious, bro? Kind of look. More of the kind of pissed off Rock, like he's ready to hit you and lay the smackdown on your candy ass. Absolutely love it. Let me know down below, which head do you guys like better? If I can get them all to stand side by side. I don't know. I kind of like them all, man. I think I'm leaning towards this one, but we'll get into that. Additional accessories. So, first time ever made by Mattel, we get a WWE Championship Belt with custom side plates. Yes, he's got the Brahma Bull side plates on the side. We have seen this actual belt before. It kind of had the plain version. I'll pull in some comparisons later. But you can kind of see how nicely done it is. It's just got a nice shine to it. Got the vac finish. Take a look at the figure on the belt on the back. Additionally, you get the microphone. Get this focus, scratch logo on all 4 sides. I do like that. I remember Mattel was just putting logos on one side. Now we're finally getting on all 4, which is nice. And the shirt. So, not so much that this is a gripe, but this is probably my least favorite Rock shirt ever. Just wasn't a fan of it. I feel like during this era, it was either boots to asses, which obviously Mattel couldn't do, Just Bring It, or Team Bring It. I personally would have went with the Just Bring It shirt. Feel like that would have really been the definitive shirt for this look. That's me personally. Let me know down below if you like the shirt, but I don't know. I mean, it just, he wore it a few times and just didn't look great. I know we got this on a basic too, where it was painted on, but you know, whatever, it is what it is. No big deal. Velcro's on in the back. Kind of wish we would have had that one like the Stone Cold where it stretches, but that's how the shirt looks off of The Rock. And now, finally, if you guys are Rock fans and you've collected these figures over the years, You know, the part choices have not been, like, consistent with Mattel. I feel like sometimes we get the small torso on a current rock. Then we'll get this big torso on a flashback rock. It's like, make them goddamn mind, Mattel. But they did right here. I got to give them credit. We got the bigger torso, the more jacked current day rock look, which I absolutely love. He's got the bigger jacked arms. At least they look bigger. Let's slide this elbow pad down a little bit. Check out the size of the bicep. Yeah, to me it looks a little bigger than what we've seen on prior elites. He's got the double joint elbows, of course. Look at the nice tattoo detail. So as you do the butterfly fly joint, you can see the tattoo detail continues underneath. I get what they were going for here, but like when you leave it like this, it looks weird. It just looks like his chest tat is just like doubled. I get what they were going for. I don't know if I'm crazy about that look, but the tattoo itself looks great. I do like the color. It's not that like dark black that we've seen. It looks more like actual tattoo, so I do like that. It's got a little fade to it. Take a look at the back. You see more of the tattoo design. Of course, the famous Brahma Bull logo, which no longer exists, pains my heart. Taking a look at the tights, the trunks. You got the rock in silver. Got the Brahma Bull on the back. Standard boots. Just looks great all in all. Articulation-wise, I mean, it's just a standard elite. You do get the new joint over here, the butterfly joint, which allows you to extend if you want to do one of those side-to-side, kind of calling for the people's elbow, but looks great. I mean, no complaints here. Here's one thing I'm going to point out. I've noticed this. Sometimes when you swap the heads, there's a little bit of a gap. I know it's not that big of a deal, but I know on the Elite 22, that was kind of an issue as well. And you know what? I told you before, I was really excited for this figure. So not only did I get one, I got two, or actually maybe I got three. I got three figures, so you can see the different heads on the body. And one of them came with a neck peg that was a little higher than the other. I want to say it was this one. And you can see the back. Kind of how ugly that head looks a little bit. I hate to say Mattel because I really, really do love this figure. I think it came out so good. But if I have to take off points, it's probably going to be this head. And not all of them are loose. This one is a little bit more loose than that. That's on there kind of tight. I don't want to break it, but I feel like for some reason the neck peg on this particular body that came was a little longer than these. But if I can get him to stand, I'll show you. This one doesn't really have it, and neither does that one. So I guess that's just a defect on my part, but that is the Rock. Let's come back, and we're going to go through a bunch of comparisons. All right, so comparison time. Let's get right to it. We have, obviously, the Ultimate Edition Rock here, and let's bring in the most recent Rock figure, the Elite 81. And yes, this, to me, this figure was such a huge letdown. I mean, the goddamn height alone, I mean, that's pathetic. I don't know what they were thinking with that. The only reason I kept this figure is because he has that updated tat. I mean, you could even see the difference on the size of the arms. Definitely has more size to it to complement the current look of the Rock. So I do like that they picked the appropriate parts. And as far as the smiling scan, you can see they are very similar. It does have that smile on the Elite 81 as well. And you taking off this shirt, you can see what we've been dealing with. Like, goddamn, Mattel. Why do we get these smaller torsos? Look, this is how he should always look. Always. But let's get this guy out of here. What else do we got? We have the Elite 22. This was my favorite Rock for the longest. I think I had maybe about 5 or 6 of these figures. And I'm not a hoarder, just to point it out there. I mean, I buy these because they have a special meaning to me. And like I said, the Rock changed my life. I mean, I was out of shape. You know, really in a negative environment, negative atmosphere. I don't know, something about this guy and his mantra, man. He just kind of said, you know what, screw it, I can do it too. If this guy's in his 40s and getting the best shape of his life, so can I. And turn my life around. So again, this is why I have such an affliction to this figure. But I mean, as far as the head scan, you can see he's kind of got that eyebrow raised. And here's the kind of new tooled up version. Looks way better. I do like that True Effects. I mean, this... I remember when this came out, people were saying the head looks too big. He kind of looks like a peanut. But I feel like definitely the True Effects is going to top this one. I mean, this looks a little more cartoony. And as you can see what I was talking about with the tattoo details, It's more black than actually looking like ink, like tattoo. So I do like that they updated that. And I swapped the arms on this one. This was from, I think, the Then Now Forever Elite, which we're going to bring in a little bit. But there was a gap kind of left at the arm. He had the smaller arms, which I did not like. But you can see the gold versus the silver on the trunks. Same on the back. One more look at the Brahma Bull tats. What else do we got? Like I said, I have a lot of Rock figures. And I'm not just like flashbacks, current day. So here is the Then, Now, and Forever. And this is kind of the shirt I was hoping we would get, man. Maybe the Under Armour with the kind of like Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Ultimate shirt, where it's kind of more flexy and flexible, and it would have the Brahma Bull print on the back. Would have been perfect for this figure. I don't know why they went with this shirt. I think that's the only other gripe I have with this figure, but you can see how these two kind of stack up. Also has the bigger arms. We have, this was a Toys R Us one. Look at the stand it came with, WrestleMania 27. I was so pumped when this figure came out. This was like one of the first current day return Rock figures. And again, he's got the smaller torso underneath. But he's got the Brahma Bull tank, USA tank. I had a bunch of these shirts too. Wore them at the gym. Just absolutely looks great. If you want to bring them all back in, kind of current day Rock. I know a lot of people may not be such big fans of this, but when he came back and fought Cena, man, I was just like, that was the last feud to me that felt real. Like, I was at WrestleMania where he beat him in Miami. It was just an electrified atmosphere. Oh, and I do have one more. Another comparison. And this will sum it all up versus what Mattel's been giving us with Rock figures. The inconsistencies. So here's the Royal Rumble figure. And I wanted to love this figure. I really did. But it's such trash. And you can see how Mattel redeemed themselves. It really is the same figure. Look at them side by side. Look at the torso. One looks like Rock's little brother. And one looks like the actual Rock. I mean, height-wise, you can see he's even a little taller. Same with the tattoo details. This one actually, I guess, is not as black as the Elite 22. But what a difference. Is that similar to this head? Maybe slightly different. Honestly, I think I'm probably going to get rid of this figure. I have no need for it. It's trash. I'm sorry, Mattel. I love you guys, but look at this guy. This is just, it's phenomenal. And let's get all of these guys out and bring in the real comparison that you want to see. Well, before we do that, I promised you a belt comparison. So, if I have it here, maybe I don't. I'll get it for you. But if you want to look at the spinner belt versus the new title belt, actually I do have it right here. Sorry guys. Here is the original that came with the Elite 22. Let's see the Brahma Bull side plates. The detail on this one looks a little better. Even the red. I mean, it's not as noticeable on the new one, but it just looks more like a premium kind of finish, premium paint to it. More actual like that title belt. And this is the belt he actually wins and throws that shit in the garbage because it's trash. I actually like this belt. More so than even the current one they have now. I like the little champion here on the bottom. But like I was saying, let's go with the comparison that I think most of you guys want to see. Look at this shitty Rock out of here. The other Ultimate Edition Series 6. I know a lot of people are saying already another Rock. We just got him. This figure went so quick. Oh my God. The amount he's going for in the secondary market, it's unreal. $200 in box? That's crazy. You know, Amazon, pretty much Amazon exclusive. It came and went real quick. So if you guys want to see the size difference, look at the size on the torso. I mean, definitely it's nice to have two different eras of the Rock. You can see he's had the long hair, obviously the bald look. I wonder if did they use the same arms? Look to be about, maybe, yeah, I want to say they're the same ones. I don't know. What do you guys think? They look to be the same, or is it a little bigger? Maybe it's the torso that's giving it the different look. But here's the other Ultimate Edition Rock. You can see the difference in the torso. The trunks, obviously the boots are the same. You do get a toe articulation on both. I'm just happy to have this figure in my collection. Honestly, wrapping it up with this video here. I'm going to highly recommend this figure. I mean, if you're a fan of The Rock in this era, this is perfect. I mean, 2 gripes. The shirt could have been better. I'm definitely going to go to Threadhead Custom Clothing, order me a Just Bring It shirt. I just feel like that'll complete this Rock more so, in my opinion. And then, of course, the gap behind the head. But like I said, this is kind of nothing new. We did have it with the Elite 22. But other than that, it's perfect. We finally get a Rock that's true to size. He's got the big torso, the big arms. Just looks how The Rock looks today. Very iconic. You know, great for figure photography. You get the extra articulation. Highly recommend it. Do buy it, especially if you're an Ultimate fan. Personally, I buy multiples of every Ultimate. You know how these work after they kind of sell out. They do go for quite a bit of money. But, you know, if you are interested in picking up this figure, avoid trying to hunt them down at retail. I have barely seen any Ultimates at retail. Order at ringsidecollectibles.com. Code for life. It'll save you 10% off your order. Make it easy. Have it come straight to your doorstep. And I think you're really going to enjoy this figure. I mean, and you know what? Why not? You did feud with him. Let's just throw in Mr. John Cena. Lay the smack down on his candy ass at WrestleMania. Before you guys go, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great content. And follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects. I'll be posting a ton of more pictures of both these figures up there. Thanks for checking out this review, and take care.